Today we'll see about 8255 chip. It is one of the most widely used input output chip. Okay, 8255 chip is one of the most widely used, and why we use it? We use it to connect the devices. Okay, it is programmed in a simple IO port and it is used to connect the devices like LCDs, stepper motor and ADCs. This is important where we use it. It is used to connect all these three devices. So 8255 chip is one of the most widely used input output chips. So we'll describe the features of it. It is a 40 pin dual input package. Okay, it is a 40 pin. The pin configuration is shown here. So 1 to 40. So we have nearly, it has three separate accessible ports. Okay, it has three ports and we name them as, and all the ports are 8-bit. It is like microcontroller only 8 bits, and we name it as port A, B and C. For 8051 we were calling it as port 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So for 8255 we call it as port A, B and C. Okay, that is the important three accessible ports we have. And the individual ports of 8255 can be programmed to be input or output. We can program it to be input. It can receive data or it can send the data. In addition, 8255 ports have this handshaking capabilities, but since now it is been advanced, all the features are improved. Now they are not going with the concept of this handshaking. Handshaking means it is like acknowledging. It is telling that the work is being completed, informing. Okay, since the technology has improved, they are not going with this, and allowing the, it will allow handshaking signals were used for printers and all, but now it has been stopped. It is no longer used now. So for important concept you have to know is it is a 40 pin DIP and it has three ports, three accessible ports, and all the ports are 8-bit and they are named as A, B and C, capital A, B and C, that you have to remember. Next. So all the three ports we'll see. One is all, as you know, it is 8-bit. So PA0 to PA7. The 8-bit port A can be programmed as input or also as output, or it can be both input and output. That is the for port A. Next, for port B, the 8-bit port B can be programmed same port as input and output and as bidirectional. But port C you have to see it is divided into two parts, upper and lower. Okay, port C upper and port C lower. You'll call it as CU and upper, port C upper and port C lower as CL, CU and CL. So 4 it has been divided. So for upper it will be from PC4 to PC7 and lower it is PC0 to PC3. Each can be used as input or output. See all this that is been shown here, PA3, PA2, PA1, PA0, then reader, chip select, ground. Here all the pins are shown in the pin configuration. You have to know 8255 chip pin configuration also. And this is about all the three ports which can be used as input and output and bidirectional. And port C is divided into two parts, upper port C and lower port C. Next, the important pins are read and write. Okay, important for memory anyhow. Only two operations will be going on for input and output. Either you want to read the data or you want to write the data. So these two, since we have a read and write bar, it is an active low. Okay, active low control signal are the are inputs to 8255. The read and write signals from 8051 are connected to these ports. So it will be connected for 8051. Okay, 8255 will be interfacing with 8051 to form the interfacing or to increase the function of the IO ports. Next we have data pin from D0 to D7, whichever the 8 bits data which we want to send. The data pins of 8255 are connected to the data pins of the microcontroller. Okay, allowing it to send data back and forth between the controller and the chip. Okay, so data is sent between what? It is sent between the controller and the chip. That is the data pin since it is an 8-bit. See here 8255 block diagram we'll see. In 8255 block diagram important parts are three ports, that is PA, PB and PC, that is port A, port B and port C. Then we have chip select which is active low, then we have reset, fine, then data pins D7 to D0, then read and write signal, fine, and A0 and A1 signal for address. That we'll see A0 and A0. I'll tell you this. First we'll go for reset now. This is the active high signal. Fine, you have to mention it. This is active high signal. Read and write are active low signal. Input to 8255 used to clear the control register. When reset is activated, all ports are initialized as input ports. So whenever the reset is activated, the ports will be initialized as input ports. So you have to program them to make them as output ports, or you want to change it, you have to program, because on reset, all the ports will be input ports. Next we'll see this A0, A1 and chip select. The chip select selects the entire chip. It is A0 and A1 that selects the specific ports. These three pins are used to assess the ports A, B and C or the control register. So this what is the function of this A1, A0 and chip select, we'll see. See, if the chip select, since it is active low, okay, it is CS bar, so it should be 0 to select the chip. So you can see that it is completely 0 here. All the bits are 0. If it is 0 0, if A1 A0 is 0 0, then port A is selected. Okay, if it is 0 1, port B is selected. If it is 1 0, port C is selected. Depending upon this A1 and A0, the ports will be selected, and you can see that chip select is all are zeros. If chip select is 1, okay, irrespective of A1 and A0, A255 only it will not be selected, because since chip select is active low, all the bits in chip select should be 0 0 0. So if it is 0 0 port A, 0 1 port B, 1 0 port C, 1 1 means control register, to select the control register. Why this control register is selected? To select the control word. So it will decide in which mode the 8255 should function and which port is selected. All that will be decided by this control register. So all the pins in the block diagram are completed. See, 8255 is important. Here we have three ports, port A, port B, port C. Fine. Then we have data pins, then read and write signals, and A0, A1 and chip select. All these three are put together, okay, to select which ports. Depending upon this, the ports will be selected. And upon reset, all the ports will be initialized as input ports. Okay. Next we'll go for the mode selection. We have nearly like mode 0, mode 1, okay, mode 0, mode 1, mode 2 and BSR, that is bit set reset mode. Okay, you'll be maximum studying this mode 0 and this BSR. Okay, first we'll see, while ports A, B and C are used to input or output data, it is the control register that must be programmed to select the operation mode of the three ports. So in which mode it should work, that will be decided by the control register. So the ports of 8255 can be programmed like, first one is mode 0, it is simple IO mode. In this mode, any of the ports, okay, that is A, B and C lower and C upper, it is written as CL and CU, can be programmed as input or output. In this mode, all bits are out or all are in. Okay, in other words, there is no a single bit control, as we have seen in P0, P3. Bit wise, bit addressable, it is not like that. Okay, all the bits are output or all the bits will act as input. That is how this 8255 works. Since the vast majority of applications involving 8255 use this simple IO mode, so the simple IO mode is the most frequently used. Fine, the mode 0. In mode 1, A, B and C can be used as input output ports with handshaking capabilities they have given, but that is not used now. Okay, and mode 2, in this mode also is not frequently used now. And the last one is bit set reset mode. In this mode, only the individual ports of port C can be programmed. So here you will be studying, most frequently you will be studying only mode 0 and mode 1. Mode 2 bit set reset mode also is not been given for your syllabus. Next we will see what is this control word. Very important of this in this topic is the control word for the mode selection of 8255. So this is the diagram of control word. So Intel calls mode 0. Okay, this company Intel is calling it as basic input output mode. That is the mode 0. Mode 0 is called as basic input output mode. The more commonly used term is simple IO. In this mode, any of the ports A, B or C can be programmed as input or output, and it must be noted that in this mode a given port cannot be both. Okay, bidirectional, it is not bidirectional. That means it cannot be both input and output. Any one it can at a time, one at a time. Either it can be input or it can be output. So first we'll see this is the control word format. Very important one. This is the control word format. It is divided into two groups, group A and group B. Okay, group A and group B. So group B consists from D0 to D2, that is D0, D1 and D2. All they belong to group B. Next group A is D4, D5, D6, D7. Fine, and everything has it. D7 IO mode, or if you want it as input output mode, or if you want it as bit set reset mode. Maximum will go with input output mode only. So always D7 should be 1. Okay. Next D6 is used for mode selection. D6 and D5 both put together, it will be used for mode selection in group A. Okay, if it is 0 0 it is mode 0, if it is 0 1 it is mode 1, and 1 it can be don't care, that means it can be 0 or 1, it will be used for mode 2. Next D4 is used for port A. If it is 1, port A will act as input, or port A will, if it is 0, port A will act as output. Okay, next D3 is for port C upper. Okay, port C upper will start from where? PC7 to PC4. If it is 1 it is input, and if it is 0 it is output. So this all has come in the group A. Next we'll see this group B. In group B, D2 is used for mode selection. Okay, only one bit is used. If it is 0 it is mode 0, if it is 1 it is mode 1. So now we have left out with port B. In port B, the D1 is used. If it is 1, okay, it is input. If it is 0, it is output. And D0 is used to select port C lower. Okay, in port C lower, it is 1, it is input, and if it is 0, it is output. So this is the control word format for 8255 pin. Okay, 8255, that 40 pin IC. This is the control format, and it is very, very important. You have to practice this. So you have understood, I feel. This is group A. It is divided into two groups, and all the three ports, whether you want in which mode, you want in mode 0 or mode 1, it can be used. And you can also see, you can program the ports. You can program the ports as input and output. So one will see how to do with this control word. When we'll do one, you'll understand. Find the control word of 8255 for the following configurations. What is the first configuration they have given? All the ports of A, B and C are output ports. Okay, all the ports, that means A, B and C are the three ports, and all are output ports, and it is working in mode 0. Okay, it is working in mode 0. So what is the control word? See here, all are output ports. First we'll see the control word here. First we want it as IO mode. Okay, it should work in IO mode. So D7 will be 1. Okay, next we have to select the mode. It should, they told that it is in mode 0. So what will be D6 and D5? It will be 0 0. Okay. Next, since it all the ports should be work as what ports they have given, it should work as output ports. Fine. So output ports means what will be D4? D4 is 0, because for output it should be 0. Then D3 also is 0. Next D2, which mode we want? We want in mode 0. So that is also 0. Next D1 output port means 0, and D0 also is 0. So this is the control word. So if you take 4 bits at a time, what will happen? 1 0 0 0 is 8. Okay, and this is 0. So the answer will be 80H. Okay, this is the answer they have given here. It is 80H for the first one. All the ports are output ports and it is in mode 0. Now we'll see for the second one. If port A is input, port B is output, and port C low is output and port C high is output. Okay, for that what is the control word? So the first one will be as usually one only. Okay. Next, the mode selection, we have to go with the mode 0 selection only. So it will be 0 0. Fine. This also will be 0 0. Okay. Next, what should be port A? Port A should be input. So what it will happen? This will become 1. Now this is 1. Okay. Next, what should be port C upper? Port C upper. That should be also output. Fine. So it is 0. Next, mode selection, again it should be mode 0, so 0 only. What should be port B? Whether they have given port B also out and PCL also out. So both are 0 0. This is how you have to find out the control word. So what will be the control word now? It is nothing but 90H. Okay, 90H. See here. The 1001 is 9 and this is 000. So the answer is 90H. That is the control word of 8255. So whenever I load, okay, whenever I load this 8255 control word with 90H, what it means? It means that port A is input, port B is output, port C lower is output and port C higher is output, and it is working in mode 0. That is the meaning. And if you load it with 80H, it means that all the ports are output ports and it works in mode 0. So like this, they will ask you to find out the control word. So to find out the control word, you have to know this format correctly. Okay. This is one of the important thing for 8255. Next, we'll programming is not that important. I will just show you the figure of 8055 connection to 8255. Okay, this is a 8051. Okay, 8051 port 3, they have port 3.7, port 3.2, which where the read and write signals are connected. Then this is address latch enable. Okay, that is been connected to 8255. This is the block diagram of 8255 where all the data signals are connected from D0 to D7, and we have this A1 and A0 to select, okay, which port in which port should be selected, if it is PA, port A, port B or port C. Okay, the reset pin and the chip select pin. A14, okay, in address line the A14 is connected to the chip select. It depends upon the example. They have written a program here. For that program, that figure is been drawn. For example 15.2, for this example only they have gone with. Find the address for the ports A, B and C and control register. 4 switches are connected to lower 4-bit lines. Write a program to transfer the status of this LEDs connected to the upper 4 bits. Okay, and they have given the addresses for port A, port B, port C and control register. We know that 00, 01, 10 and 11. We had seen the table. So that program is written. So the control word for port A, you have to check it. What is the control word? You have to find out and write it. Since they are going with to read the A register, port B has to be an input port, port A as output port. Okay, and which displays the data. So the what will be the control word? It will be 82H. It is 82H. Okay, that is been fed. That is been fed to the accumulator. For this program, this interfacing is being shown. This is about interfacing 8255 with the this microcontroller. Okay, next find the IO port address assigned to ports A, B, C and the control register. Find the control byte for port A is input, port B is output and port C is output. So you have to find out the control word, that is nothing but 90H, that is fed to the accumulator. And we are assuming here, this is assuming all the unused bits are zeros. The base port address is from 1000. just as assumption. So from 1000 to 1003. If you take it as 4000, it will be from 4000 to 4003 for the previous example. Here it has started with 1000. So from 1000 to 1003, the address will be taken for port A, port B, port C and control register. And the control word is 90H. So this all the three is taken here. So 90H is given, and whatever is there, this address, it is loaded to DPTR. Since it is 16-bit, it has to go with DPTR. So whatever is there in the 8 is sent to at the rate of DPTR. That is our control word is sent, so that which will be acting as input and output. That information will go. Okay. Then the DPTR is incremented. Why because it has to go for next addresses. That is after 1000, 1001, 2, 3. Okay. For that it is been done. Just to show how it works. It is just an example. No operation is done. Just to make it as input and output port. It is been shown. So this is one of the example of 8255. So in 8255, the important thing is its control word. Okay, and it's a block diagram. You have to learn its control word and block diagram. Thank you.